New players needed in the center court position now. Earning points and representing Morgan State University will be John Paul. Earning points and representing Oakwood will be James Cromwell. And your categories in round 2 include It Could Be Verse, Brainstorming, Eponyms, and I'll Take the Fifth. John Paul, please choose a category.
Brainstorming.
Brainstorming. Alzheimer's is the most common type of what mental disorder, beginning with D? John Paul.
Dementia.
That's correct. Here's a bonus. Dementia can be diagnosed with an MRI scan, which stands for what 3 words?
Magnetic resonance imaging.
That's correct. It was 5 points apiece and a 5-point bonus. You got all 20. Choose a category.
Brainstorming.
Back to the category. What word from the Greek for to dilate refers to a swelling or rupture of an artery, often at the base of the brain? James.
Aneurysm.
That's correct. Here's your bonus. In 1974, which producer of the album Thriller nearly died of a brain aneurysm? Answer?
Jones.
That's correct. Which 2008 nationally elected official had his second brain aneurysm in 1988?
2008 nationally elected.
Team, an answer, please.
Cheney.
No, Biden was who we needed. But you're in 10 on that bonus and control of the board.
Brainstorming.
Back to the category. The pons relays information between the cerebrum and what part of the brain? The Center for Motor Coordination. James.
Cerebellum.
That's correct. Here's a bonus. A thick band of axons connects the cerebral hemispheres. What 2 words, each beginning with C, name
Corpus
that?
callosum.
Both correct. 20 points on the bonus. Choose a category.
Eponyms.
Eponyms. Which hip-hop group got some people hip-hopping mad over the song they named Rosa Parks? Time. Time was called. Outcast was what we were looking for. James, choose again, please.
Eponyms.
Killed at the Battle of the Alamo, which hero's name lives on in a style of knife he's said to have invented? James.
Bowie.
That's correct. A bonus. What loose pants for women gathered at the ankles are named for a 19th century reformer?
Capris, right?
Team, your answer, please.
Caprice.
Bloomers was what we needed. What U.S. clergyman's name lives on in a healthy wheat flour cracker he created?
Yeah.
Quaker.
There we go.
Graham. Graham's correct. 10 points on the bonus. You control the board.
Eponyms.
Eponyms. The world's most populous city named after a person is what South American metropolis named after St. Paul? John Paul. Time. Can't take it. James, can you
San
answer?
Pedro.
No, Sao Paulo was what we needed. James, you still control the board.
I'll take the 5th, please.
Okay. In Mexico, this regional spring holiday is known as the anniversary of the Battle of Puebla. But here, it's known by what 3-word term? John Paul.
Cinco de Mayo.
That's correct. Here's your bonus. What national fashion store bears the name of the man who founded it and its first New York?
Macy's.
Sorry, no. Saks Fifth Avenue is what we needed. What 2-syllable noun denotes 1/5 of the total amount? Team, your answer. Time. Quintile was what we needed. Can't give you points on that bonus, but you control the board.
I'll take the 5th.
Okay. Who described parallel lines with his 5th postulate around 300 BC? James.
Plato.
No, sorry. John Paul, can you take it?
Archimedes.
No, Euclid was that person. John Paul, choose
I'll
a
take the 5th.
Okay. The era of good feelings was during the presidency of which Virginian, the 5th U.S. president? James.
Madison.
No. John Paul, can you answer? Time.
Monroe.
Time was called. James Monroe was who we needed. You still control the board,
It could
John
be
Paul.
verse.
In her sonnets from the Portuguese, who asked of her husband, "How do I love thee?" Time. Elizabeth Barrett Browning asked that question. Back to the category.
Could be verse.
1768's On Being Brought from Africa to America was written by which first published African-American poet? James.
Wheatley.
That's correct. Here's your bonus. Wheatley was a contemporary of Robert Burns, who never claimed but gets credit for what New Year's Eve song?
How do you pronounce it? It's like Auld Lang Syne.
Team, your answer, please.
Auld Lang Syne.
Yes.
I can take that. 10 points on that. What British poet and playwright of She Stoops to Conquer? Team,
Bacon?
an answer.
Byron.
Goldsmith was what we needed, but we can give you a musical 10 points on that bonus. Well done, team. We need new players now at the center position. That's right. And as we enter round 3, Craig will be representing and scoring points for Morgan State University, and Kenesha will be scoring points for and representing Oakwood. The categories include Heaven Sent, S-E-N-T, Trailblazing Women, Economics, and People of Science. Craig, choose a category,
Heaven
please.
Sent.
What word for touchingly nostalgic completes the Ella Fitzgerald song title, Blank Journey? Craig.
Sentimental.
That's correct. Here's your bonus. What's the word for inherently important, like ingredients or vitamins?
Necessary.
Essential was what we needed. If you're preoccupied or distracted and forget things, you could be this four-syllable.
Absent-minded.
That's correct for 10 points. Control of the board.
Heaven Sent.
What word refers to an unbounded universality of being everywhere at once? Craig.
Omnipresent.
That's correct. A bonus for you. What type of opinion did White and Rehnquist issue in Roe v.
Dissent.
Wade? That's correct. What adjective is used in science fiction for computers, robots, or aliens with human traits like feeling?
Sentient.
Both correct. 20 points and control of the board.
Heaven Sent.
Back to the category. What adjective refers to something that's the perfect example of a class or quality? Craig.
Quintessential.
That is correct. What word denotes someone who watches over or guards?
Sentinel.
Correct. Amoebic is one type of what disease of the intestines? Team, I need your answer.
Dysentery.
Dysentery.
I can take that and give you 20 points and control of the board.
Trailblazing Women.
What eventual track star wore metal braces on her partly paralyzed left leg until age 12? Craig.
Wilma Rudolph.
That's correct. Here's your bonus. Rudolph was the first American woman to win 3 gold medals at a single Olympics. In what European capital in 1960?
Paris.
No, Rome was the answer. She retired in 1962 after winning 2 golds in a match against what power?
USSR.
That's correct. 10 points on that bonus. You have control of the board.
Trailblazing Women.
Back to the category. Which co-owner of the Free Speech and Headlight was the first woman officer of the Negro Press Association? Craig.
Wells Barnett.
That's correct. Here's your bonus. Wells' investigative journalism about lynching forced her to flee what city?
Chicago.
No, Memphis, Tennessee. She had advocated all blacks move to what later state, then called Indian Territory?
Oklahoma.
That's correct for 10 points. You still control the board.
Trailblazing Women.
Back to the category. Who wrote 1971's Gemini, an extended autobiographical statement on my first 25 years of being a black poet? Craig.
Brooks.
No. Kenesha, can you take it?
Angelo?
No, Nikki Giovanni was who we needed. Craig, choose, please.
People of Science.
People of Science. Which Italian Renaissance scientist proved that objects with different weights still fall at the same speed? Craig.
Galileo.
That's correct. Your bonus. In 1885, Michelson and Morley determined that the speed of what is not infinite?
Light.
Correct. They disproved the existence
Ether.
of... Yes, for all 20 on the bonus, choose a category.
People of Science.
Yes. Several shuttle missions have visited and repaired a space telescope named after which early 20th century U.S. astronomer? Kenesha.
Hubble?
You've got it. Here's your bonus. Hubble first confirmed that there are more than one of what heavenly objects? Team, your answer.
Suns?
No, galaxy was the answer we needed. His law relates distance to what shift, indicating speed.
Redshift?
We can give that 10 points. You control the board.
People of Science?
Avogadro's law says that equal volumes of gas under the same standard conditions will have equal numbers of what? Craig.
Molecules.
That's correct. Here's your bonus. The random motion of a tiny particle in a liquid is named for which Scottish botanist?
Linnaeus.
No, sorry, Robert Brown. Next, the study of forces on gases and liquids is known as blank mechanics.
Quantum.
No, fluid was what we needed. No points on the bonus.
Economics.
To the last category. What term used to describe rubber is also used to show how responsive consumer demand is to a change in price? Craig.
Bounce.
No. Kenesha, can you take it?
Pliable?
Elasticity or elastic was what we needed. And that takes us to the end of round 3.